Hey, it's the SavaniSis again, back for another video.
Today we're going to talk about two things. First of all, time is only an illusion. And the second is the future will chase you. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, what we want to talk about today is
time.
Time is a very difficult concept to grasp in our logical minds. And if I was to go through it in detail, I'll not only be confusing you, but I'll be confusing myself too.
Yes.
Because you cannot actually analyze and think about time logically. It's actually non-linear, meaning it's not logical. You have to go beyond that analytical, logical mind. In order to really experience what we're saying about time, you'd actually have to go within and experience that. You'd have to overcome your body, time and environment to actually enter the quantum field, which is a field of unity. There's no separateness there, and in that field, that's where you experience no time. Now this sounds maybe way over your heads, and so what we're going to do is really not go through too much detail about time, but we just want to make you understand, and for us also to remember this is that time is an illusion. And the reason why we experience time is because we're in our physical bodies in this physically manifested world. And we have our five senses. So because of that, we experience time. If we were no longer in our physical bodies and our souls were just floating about, we wouldn't experience that time concept. There is no past, there is no future, there is only now. So remember that there is only now. Even when the future arrives now. Even when your thoughts are in the past, your thoughts are right now that you're having thoughts of the past. Kashmir, did you want to explain a little bit more about that, about our thoughts, how we're kind of plugged in the past and future?
Yes, when we are thinking, we tend to worry about the future if we're thinking about the future, or we tend to think about negative things that have happened in the past when we're thinking about the past. Is it ever positive? Has any of you guys ever experienced thinking about wonderful, amazing experiences you had in the past? Or do you ever think about a wonderful, amazing future that you want to experience in the present moment? No, generally speaking, majority of the population on planet Earth are thinking negative, and it's because they have this strong magnetic pull, these negative neural pathways that have been formed into their brain from being unconsciously competent at thinking negative their whole life. Therefore, when they're thinking about the past, they automatically get snapped back by magnetic pull to think of negative situations, circumstances, and events and people that have been mean to them in the past. This is the same case for the future. They have a strong negative magnetic pull in their brain that just makes them think negative or worry about the future.
Yeah, I've noticed that most people, and even when we think about the future, are we thinking about, when you ask yourself, are you actually thinking about everything that you want and know will happen and all the wonderful things that can happen in your life? Or are you thinking of all the what ifs, the worries, the doubts,
the how is it going to happen?
How it's going to happen. And this is what happens when we are trying to create the life that we want. We're thinking about a future want. I want this, but you're saying it in a way that it's in the future, it's somewhere over there, and it's not here right now. So when you think about something that's over there, does it really make you feel happy? Because you don't have it now, you don't have it right now. So when you think of it as far away from you, that it's in the future, it's not right here now, what you're doing, so you're putting the concept of time in this. When you think of it in the future, often what happens is the doubt and the worry and the thinking about how it's going to happen comes in.
Yes.
So we've done it ourselves, haven't we? Sometimes we want something, we think we'll give an example. Let's say we said we want this house.
The house of our dreams.
The house of our dreams.
A huge mansion. But there's so much resistance when we're thinking about that, so much doubt, so much fear, so much how is that going to happen?
because we're relying on our five senses to say, but it hasn't happened yet. So,
And I never had it in the past either.
yeah, exactly. So you're basing it on stuff at the past as well.
Yeah.
Past experiences. So then what happens? Worry comes in, doubt comes in. How is it going to happen? I can't see it happening.
It's never happened to me before.
I'm in this
so how's it
situation
now?
right now. How am I ever going to get a house?
Yes.
So they might be very tiny little thoughts, subtle thoughts that are coming in that you might not even notice. But those are the things that are actually stopping you from getting what you want. So instead of saying that the house is in the future, remember, if you understand and you study about time, and you're just aware of it, that time is just an illusion, what that means is that there is only now. Everything that has ever happened, that ever will happen, and all the infinite number of possibilities of things happening all lie in the now. It's just not in physical form yet, where you can see it with your senses, feel it or touch it or smell it or taste it, but it's all there. They're all potentialities, meaning that it hasn't happened in the physical, but it's there in the quantum field, in the non-physical.
If you can imagine it, it already exists in the realm of quantum possibilities.
Yes, I like that. If you can imagine it, it's already there. Think about that. If you can imagine it, it's already there. So always be living in the now. Even when you want something that is in the future, the wanting of it, first of all, brings in lack.
Yes.
So you don't want it, you have it right now. I am this. The power of I am is you're bringing things into the now, that you're not going to get it. It's not somewhere a few miles down the road. It's not a few years or months or weeks down the tracks. It's actually right now.
It already exists the minute you imagined it, the minute you put the intention, what you want is there. You've got it.
Yes. So think of time that's no longer horizontal, where you're walking, you're at this point, and then you get to this point, and then you get to this point. Actually, think of it as vertical, as if everything this is the point of now, and everything has already happened, and it's all lined up here. All the possibilities are here of the past and the future. Why is it important to be in the present moment, which is now? First of all, let the future chase you, right? So anything that you think about that you want, think of it like you've already got it now.
The future will chase you.
The future concept that you have, which, remember, there is no such thing as past and future, but the future that you believe in, that will actually come to your present moment, okay? So this is a difficult concept to kind of get round, but just basically think of this. Anything that you want, don't say I want it, just say I have it already. Thank you.
And give gratitude that you already have it.
And how does this all tie in with activating Sukha? Well, in the now is where the joy is. There's a continuous, ever-streaming flow of joy and love and happiness and well-being. And it's always in the now. But we miss that choice of choosing that when we're too much plugged into the past from our minds, or too much into the future worrying, future thinking.
Yes.
You miss the present moment.
You miss all the miracles that are happening, all the opportunities, all the wonderful things coming to you in the present moment, because we're stuck and plugged into the past or stuck and plugged into the future.
The present moment is the time when everything is there already for you to choose. You have choices in the present moment. You can choose happiness, you can choose joy, you can choose what you want in the now, okay? Because there is only now.
Yes.
So when you don't live in the present moment, you're missing that. You miss that choice of joy. You miss that choice of the quantum infinite number of possibilities in that quantum field.
The infinite number of possibilities is at your disposal, it's at your service. The world is your oyster right now in this present moment.
So practice dwelling in the present moment. Practice appreciating what is there now. When you are present, when you are becoming more present, and you practice it on a daily basis, what you will find is that you will become more grateful. You'll be able to see more things that you are grateful for when you're in the present moment, because you're no longer in the past or the future, which is mostly worrying, mostly negative thinking. You can access gratitude more, and also in the present moment you can access joy in the smallest of things that you do. And so then living in the present moment, and and you're still working towards your dream, right, what you want,
It doesn't mean you've given up on your dream and desires and your epic future life.
but you're enjoying the journey of it. So you're holding that vision in your mind that I already have this now. It's just not in
Epic
physical
life.
form. I have this thing now, this epic life, this joy, this happiness, this gratitude, this house, this car, or whatever else it is that you want. And you have it right there in your mind. You hold it strong, but you still stay within the present moment. And you take the action steps towards that unmanifested vision in your mind, and that will bring it into the present moment, because there is only now.
So the future will chase you and time is just an illusion, guys. Remember that. I hope this video was of great value to you, and hit the subscribe button to stay tuned for more valuable videos. Hit the like button if you like this video, and we shall see you on the next one.
Bye for now.